I'm pretty sure that that is the first bit of sunlight that's been in Krakow in the past 5 days. Crazy to think, I asked the tour guide yesterday, I said to him, you know, what's going on with the weather? You know, it's so bad. And he was telling me how Krakow hasn't seen sunlight in about 4 or 5 days. And I was like, oh, brilliant, a good time to come. It's all about what you make of it at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter about the weather. It depends on you and how you kind of navigate yourself around and not let the weather kind of dictate how your holiday goes. Regardless of all that, I'm happy to see the sun. It might mean I'm a bit warmer and walking outside in the 8-degree weather. But first things first, before we do that, we need to get some breakfast. What a selection we've got. It's gonna have to be the granola. Now, like I said, you're probably looking at this stash thinking, why on earth have you bought this? I mean, I couldn't really tell you, but listen, at the end of the day, we've got our granola. That's the healthiest thing on the table. So we're gonna start eating that with some dodgy Polish milk. Now, this vlog might end early. I'm prematurely warning you because I don't know what this is. It says 2%. I'm pretty sure 2% means 2% fat, and that is like equivalent to blue milk in the UK. So if that's the case, that's not actually worst case scenario because I do need some calories, but at the same time, it's Polish milk. I don't know what it's gonna be like. If you remember correctly, yesterday, I said I was gonna come back, edit the vlog, upload it, whatnot, and then obviously make a plan for tomorrow, or aka today. Now, that didn't really go to plan either because basically when I came in, I laid down, I edited the vlog, that went fine. I then started uploading it and I started feeling a bit sleepy. I may have passed out on the bed and just kind of woke up at like 4 a.m. Now, it isn't 4 a.m. now, but I did go back to sleep, but I did upload the vlog at the end, so it's okay. When I woke up, I then made a plan, so today's plan is made from today, not yesterday. Basically, long story short, I'm not as organised as I said I was going to be, and the plan is been a bit changed and altered to the point where it's not included as many things as I wanted it to be. It's not actually the biggest list. You know, you might have seen some of the ones I've had in previous countries. They've been quite long and the vlogs have been really long. I'm not sure whether it's because Krakow just doesn't have like loads to kind of see or what, but it's not the longest list in the world. But first things first, let me eat my breakfast and I'll meet you outside to start today's adventure. Heading towards the Jewish part of this place. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm in some lovely park, but actually I have no idea where I'm going. Just help some lady bring her pram down the stairs. So at least I've done my good deed for the day, you know. Always do my good deed when I'm in these countries. Make sure you know I'm welcome for next time. She was like, super. I need to learn the Polish language. It's a good language. Clearly kicks off a lot here in the Jewish quarter, or unless this is a police station. Well, it is a police station. Interesting police cars, actually quite cool. Better than ours. Probably better police than ours as well.
That's fine.
So if you didn't know where I just went into, it was Polish's oldest synagogue and one of Europe's oldest. That was a bit random because I kind of just walked past and didn't really notice where I was going. It's kind of a bit off track. It's quite incredible to me that these things here, such as synagogues and the quarters, are still standing. I suppose in bad condition still, after obviously what happened here in the 1940s. And the fact that, you know, there's still Jewish people around here celebrating, as they should, you know, after their independence and freedom from the SS. Personally find Jewish parts of the countries so important, and definitely somewhere where I choose to visit each and every time and make sure I do, just to pay my respects on that side of it, because I've never had to go through anything like that, and as a religion, so should, you know, the Jewish people. They should never have gone through that either. So coming here and seeing these things, such as the oldest synagogue in Poland and one of the oldest in Europe, is just, you know, so important and special to me. suppose all you have to do is really look at the buildings around here and see how destroyed they are. Just kind of understand how much of an attack this place was under when the Nazis were in reign. The fact they're all still standing, commemorated and respected so well, it's just massive respect to the Polish and Jewish community who have upheld this place and made it such a thing for all tourists to kind of go and visit. One thing I have noticed is how kind of all these local businesses are still standing, whereas in the UK this just wouldn't happen. You know, there's so many local businesses here that are just filled with people right outside, drinking, eating, talking, whatever. There's a sense of community here that just doesn't exist in these westernized countries, which is such a great thing, you know, after everything they've been through. To be such a patriotic country is, I suppose, the utmost importance of the Polish people, to kind of prove that, you know, after everything, they will still stand together and unite through everything. As we exit the Jewish quarter now, we're heading towards the cathedral and castle, which is our next stop on the list. Quick stop outside of the castle and you'll see St. Bernard of Siena. Now, I'm not too sure why it's called that or why it's named after him, because he was born and died in Italy, but regardless of all, it's absolutely beautiful. You can see all the statues, whoever, I'm not too sure whether that's him or not. There's loads of them, so I imagine not. And the balcony where whoever that is stands. And on the right, you'll see the castle, which is where we're going to head to next. So now then, first things first, got to figure out how you get up there. I want to follow the crowd, see what I can get up to, but you can just see the difference in architecture around the main city sort of ends compared to the rundown Polish quarter part of the city. But more hills, and I imagine more steps to come. Let's see what we can get up to. So we come to some sort of vantage point here, and over there's the London Eye. No, it's not. Keep getting mixed up with these seas. But yeah, the river that flows through. Not too sure what river that is. But yeah. A bit more of a walk to go. So as you get further into the grounds, you see that it opens up a lot more. Now, I still haven't actually found the main entrance. Oh, there you go, tickets. I'm not sure whether it's open because it's a Sunday. How am I going to get bitten on the Sunday curse? But to be fair, actually last time it was the Monday curse, wasn't it? 'Cause museums, but still. Unbelievable. So this is essentially the equivalent of Buckingham Palace, essentially. This is where all the main monarchs in Poland would have stayed and withheld their lives. Got a lot of ground for it, haven't they? So here, I suppose, are the tickets that are on sale. I'm not sure how they run out, but you see the main place I looked at that I wanted to go to was that tower for the views now. It's not looking like we'll be able to go there on zero tickets. Also on zero is the church. I'm going to go inside now, see what I can get hold of. But I'm not too sure what the tickets do. Like in terms of like, no one's really going in the ticket place. I don't know whether it's because it's closed or what, but everyone's kind of out here. And I can see why. In the end, I didn't go in to the ticket booth. I did almost just nearly knock a man out there. I went to put my coat on and extended my arm and literally punched him in the face. So probably going to get done for assault charge at some point. You know, I already nearly spent time in a Hungarian prison. I might as well make it a Polish one as well. So I mean, on all the places that have doors on, it's all like cash only and things, which isn't ideal. I'm just so 50-50 whether to go to the ticket office and try and find some tickets, but none of them have any queues or anything. Like this, everyone's out here. As you see, like everyone's out here, like no one's really queuing up for anything, which makes you think, is it worth spending the money on it? Or is it worth just kind of walking around and enjoying it? Which is why I'm so 50-50 torn. I think the best idea is to maybe give it a walk around and then after that then decide whether I'm going to actually buy tickets or not to go in anywhere. So I suppose if I can see what I want to see from the outside, there's no point of paying to go inside, you know? One thing's for sure is I'm definitely not making it out of here alive. Oh, Jesus, how's this happened? Like literally, are you surprised? Are you surprised? What is going on? Where am I going? you probably have next to no idea. Oh my god, he fell on the steps. Next to no idea where I am. I've just come out of the cathedral. Now, you're probably thinking, why, what are them clips? You didn't buy a ticket, all them sorts of things. And you're right, I didn't. Basically, I just went in, had enough. I was like, I'm gonna go and look. So I went in, got one ticket, I didn't get the whole thing. And it turns out you couldn't record, which is even worse. So basically means I wasted money because I couldn't even show you. And by then it was too late, and I went in there, and whatever you've seen basically is what I recorded or what I managed to get. And that was literally it. It was pretty much nothing. It was decent in there, you've seen the steps. Let's climb up more and more steps, which I wasn't very happy with, as you could tell. And then I seen the royal tombs, and that was cool, but I didn't really have an idea of who they were or anything. There was loads of writing, and it was really awkward because all the like narrow, it was like loads of narrow walkways and things. And like I just couldn't move. Like, there was just like 100 tours and stuff, and I couldn't move, and it was so narrow, and I was like, I'm just gonna have to get out of here. So it was cool, it was worth the experience, worth the money. It was like £4, but I literally just couldn't show you anything. Anyway, we've made it out alive regardless, and without being kicked out just. I started recording the tombs and stuff, and I just seen there was like cameras everywhere. Do you remember when we went to the bottom of the, what's it called? The bottom of like the prison, where all like the prisons we kept right at the bottom in Budapest. And we nearly got kicked out there, do you remember? So did I want to risk that again in the cathedral where everyone's quiet? No, I did not. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to bottle it on this occasion. But you didn't miss out on much, I promise you. And if you did think you did, just search up on the internet, cathedral, Krakow, and it will come up with all the pictures, I imagine, anyway. But we're now heading towards the main square again, where we're going to go to our second favourite restaurant of all time. Now, once again, no prizes if you guess it, because it is quite obvious. It's just a quick thing, and then we're going to head towards 442 Sports Bar. And anyone that's been to Poland or Krakow or lives here, you'll know about this bar. Now, it's 3 PM currently, well, it'll be 2 PM back in the UK. There's a big game going on, Man United, Man City. Now, I don't support either team. I support Liverpool, for an FYI, but I'd quite like a draw. I'd quite like my bet to come in, so therefore, we're going to go grab some quick food. Oh, look at that. Not sure what that is, but yeah. I'm going to go grab some quick food, and then we'll head there to watch this incredible game and watch Haaland score a hat-trick. Now, in my personal opinion, going through TripAdvisor is probably the worst thing ever. Because I don't know where I'm going, I search up things and I try to find them, but whenever I walk around, I seem to discover things that were never on there that I probably should have just walked around and found. At least I'm glad I did in this occasion, because look at this beautiful street. There's rams of people, there's loads of people there. And the sun's come out, it's even better. The one thing I'm actually quite surprised about is the fact that Lewandowski isn't just plastered everywhere. I've seen Poland kits and things, but no Lewandowski. Maybe they just don't care about football as much here as they do in such Spain, obviously because of Barcelona and Real Madrid. But if you go to Spain, you just Xavi, Iniesta, just everywhere, every shop. But here, not even one Lewandowski top. Quite disappointed, to be honest. It's -1 for you, Poland. Now then, this is something you wouldn't see in the UK. What on earth is that? What on earth? Gotta try one of these. Put your guesses in the comments below what I'm going to try. Definitely not that. Right, so we've made it out now of McDonald's now. It's a nice little stop, but not quite as good as the one in Bratislava. Bratislava still holds the best Mackies in Europe. And that is staying like that for a while, I assume. We have to get out there fairly quick because we're about to miss kick-off. It's about 5 minutes to kick-off. I really don't want to miss this. Beer plus football equals a good time. So, I'm out of breath walking, but let's get a move on. Let's get there for kick-off and I'll show you the bar. So I've just left the pub now, and this vlog's been so cut up and so random. Like, everything you've seen has been so cut up, and I'm so sorry for that. But yeah, City 6-3. United fans at the end weren't too happy, smashing shit up and trying to fight the bar owners. I found it hilarious being a Liverpool fan. I had to keep that one quiet though, didn't want to get punched up. But yeah, it was quite funny watching them all kick off. Makes me happy, although we do play Man City in 2 weeks, so that'll probably be me in 2 weeks' time. out of all the frustration and fights, I did meet two men who I sat with and watched the game with. I didn't catch their names, but two older men watching the F1 with and stuff, and they were really sound, offered me a pint and all the rest. So out of a bad crowd, at least there were some good people in there anyway. And the next game was Leeds. So Leeds was on the next game, and I'm kind of gutted. I went and got a Starbucks, a classic caramel frappuccino, but I should have stayed and watched the Leeds game. I've had a mare, so I've literally got nothing to do now. I kind of ticked off everything I wanted to do on the list, and I went and watched the Man United game. I've had lunch, and I just don't really have anything planned, so it's a bit annoying. Could have stayed there and watched the Leeds game. Could always turn back, but I don't really fancy walking back in now, saying goodbye to everyone. All my new pals in Poland, Krakow, the 442 sports bar, with a caramel frappuccino, sitting down awkwardly again, and don't know if I can deal with that. I also don't know if I can deal with Leeds fans again. To be fair, I just thought of that, like Leeds playing after Man United, like, not sure how many Leeds fans are in Poland, to be fair, but that can't be good for the fights and scraps. Should have stayed there and recorded a bit longer. Might have got a You Being Framed video or something. Claim the good old £100. So it might be a bit more relatable, is having to write somebody else's name on your drink, because your name is too hard to explain to people. I could have just said Cairo, but the fact that I might have wrote it wrong or gone, you know, what is that name? I just thought, what easier way and what an easier name to say than Ben. So I'm now Ben. Ironically, of course, the name of my father and role model Bolden bankrupt, good old Benjamin. That was not planned, by the way, at all. So I've had a bit of a mare. I've only been given 2 rolls of toilet roll to last me for the 4 or 5 days I've been here. Now, as you'd expect, I've ran out, and it's got to the point now on a Sunday where I need to go to the shop. As we all know, Sunday is a day where shops close early, and it's about 6:30 p.m. I'm just heading towards what's meant to be a 24-hour shop. Now, if there's no toilet roll in here, let's just say the kitchen roll might have to be used. So I've got my toilet roll. I paid bloody £3 for that. Just for a quick reference, I leave tomorrow. Well, the next day, I suppose. So I hope whoever comes here next enjoys the foxy cotton toilet roll I've left them. £3 bloody. I only use it once. So you may notice I'm now back in the apartment. And yeah, I just went out for the toilet roll as all. I kind of came back. Didn't do a lot, so I didn't record. But I am back now with my famous foxy toilet roll. And the plan for now is kind of find somewhere to eat. Just have no idea. I was charging my phone. I was just going to find places to go. And it's awkward here because in Poland, in Krakow, there's not really many cities or countries that are really close that I can kind of detour to. So like we've done in Czech Republic, and we've done in places such as, I suppose, Rome even, and pretty much every country. I've kind of, you know, detoured across and gone to different countries. On this occasion, being so far away in the middle of nowhere, it's not really anywhere we can go. So it's almost like the first thing I do when I come to any country and any place, I kind of look for nearby towns, cities, and like I say, countries that I can vacate to after kind of spending my time in the designated city I was meant to go to. Now I looked at going to places such as Belarus, which, if you know how far away Belarus is from Krakow, you're probably laughing to yourself. And why is you going to Belarus about 9 hours away? Yeah, I'm not going, obviously, but it would have been nice to head to Belarus. Never been. Thought, you know, why not? I might as well take another one off. Definitely not going to be able to travel that, especially on the last day. It's my last day tomorrow, so I can't go anywhere like too ridiculous. I'm quite a ridiculous, extravagant person. I'd quite like to go to these incredible places and drive 10 hours up north, but it's my last day tomorrow. I'm back at work the next day. If I get trapped in a country, you know, that, you know, nowhere near where I am now, and all my stuff's here, it would just be a complete mess. And although for the vlog and the content, it'd be better, for the sake of my job and I suppose money and my life, probably not the best idea. But as a lot of you were kind of wondering, as I said earlier in the trip, the Zakopane was going to be the 3rd most important place to visit after obviously Auschwitz and the salt mines, and which it is and it stays, but I've just been told by so many people that if it's bad weather, you won't be able to see the mountains, it'll be misty, and it's just, it is putting me off a little bit. You know me, I don't really mind the weather. You know, I don't let it affect my day or what I'm doing. But at the same time, I want to go somewhere on my last day that's going to be, you know, good for the vlog and also good for my experience in itself. It's looking more and more like we're going to take that risk tomorrow and head to Zakopane on the Flixbus. You know, the famous Flixbus. But I mean, you know, it's not all the end of the world. I suppose if the weather's good, it's going to be a great time, and I'm sure we'll make it a great time regardless. But I mean, I searched it up, and it was saying to go do these hot tub things, and, you know, these rail carts up the mountains, and I'm sat there thinking, you know, I really want to do that, but do I want to do that in the pouring rain? Or will it even be on in the pouring rain? You know, the best part is, I even thought about suggesting going to the zoo. You know me, every time I go to a European country, it's 3 things: Hard Rock, Mackey's, and the zoo. And the zoo is like, let's put it this way, the zoo is 20% the size of Prague Zoo. Now, if you remember Prague Zoo, huge zoo to be fair, but 20%. It's also lesser size than Bratislava Zoo, and we left there in about 10 minutes. So I can't even really go to the zoo. On top of that, I don't imagine many animals would be out, and do I really want to watch tigers and lions walk around in circles again and get angry? Probably not. So tomorrow, it's looking more and more like Zakopane, but Warsaw is also on the list. You know, potentially could go there. It is quite far, and like I said, I didn't really want to risk it, so it's, you know, small percentage chance, but there is a chance that I could end up in Warsaw tomorrow. You could be seeing a Warsaw vlog, which would be pretty cool to go to the main city. As I will always do and have done, I will keep you updated on the journey and how it progresses, and see, you know, what we're going to be up to tomorrow. Towards the end of the vlog, I'll let you know more and more about that. And if anything changes in the early morning, you'll know tomorrow. So at least it'll be a bit of a surprise for you. So the weather not treating us too kindly today. It's still dripping with rain. As we're about to head out now, try grab some food before heading back to end this vlog. I'm not too sure where I'm going to go yet, so I'll try and keep you updated. But I'm feeling some chicken, I know that. If you know me, you know I love chicken. If you can take me somewhere with chicken, I'll be happy as Larry. It's that protein, it really gets to me. And having such a lack of it on this trip, any form of protein at this point is accepted. I'll tell you one thing though, my mate Ryan Yardley would actually buzz in this place. Although marijuana light, I don't imagine they got any Cali in their yards. That guy behind me absolutely loves it. He should get on X Factor, mate. Give him the opportunity. He's there every night. If I had cash, look at me, he's an absolute driller. If I had cash, I'd definitely give it him. What on earth is that? It's like a celebration of nations, isn't it? Oh, it's a Ukraine thing. Jesus, what are they saying? Anyway, back in the best square of all time. Unbelievable. I've just come out and they've migrated over there. Not too sure what is actually going on, still don't know. But even still, it's cool nonetheless. So we've just finished up with dinner. You see, I had pasta, grilled chicken, chips, and some garlic bread. Unreal as per. Food here is just sort of another level. It's something you just don't get back at home. Once again, you know, I'm sorry for the lack of footage in the restaurant. I don't record in restaurants just out of pure anxiety. I just can't like manage to do it. I don't know what it is. Just every restaurant I go to, I always just struggle to record or like review anything, just because like I feel like I'm just getting watched by everyone, and it probably puts me off. So just on the way back to the apartment now, nothing else to really do or show. It's getting on, it's into the night now, and I'm gonna head back, get some editing done, and make sure this vlog actually gets uploaded. Police are here, don't know what for. Hopefully not me. And yeah, so we're gonna end this now. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all the rest. Share it with your friends, family, dog. And I'll see you tomorrow in either Warsaw or Zakopane. But until then, catch you guys later.